And welcome back, everyone, to the Bulldog Blitz football radio show presented by Two Hats Ranch. Rob Bentley and Sandy Golston with you, joined by Ferris State University slot receiver Taariik Brett. And first of all, Taariik, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I know this past weekend, exciting for you. Being the kick return guy, took the opening kick back 90 yards for a touchdown. What was that moment like just for you on that opening kickoff return?
The moment is very special, opening kickoff, coming out the locker room, TA telling us we got to play to our standard. So go out there, return the opening kickoff is very electric, to be honest. Set the tone for the rest of the game. As you can see, 43-3, so, hit the opponents in the heart. Nobody wants that to ever happen on the first play of the game. So, it was very electric for me. I loved it.
I know you had a chance to play growing up, going through high school. Have you ever returned a kick for a touchdown?
Actually, no, I have not. That was my first ever in my whole football career, returning the kickoff. My very first one in my whole football career. I've been playing for like 16, 17 years.
Maybe let's talk about, before we get into the rest of the season and kind of what's going on with the team. You came from Georgia. What brought you here to Ferris State, and why a Bulldog?
TA actually drove down to my house, recruited me to come. I liked it. I love what he was doing here with his program. I love the numbers they was putting up. So he came on to visit. I liked it, even though it was during COVID, But he already, he sold me and my parents, to be honest. So, and then there was the academic piece as well. It's very, just a good school to come get a degree out of. So, obviously that's important as well. And the only thing, was coming from Georgia, then coming up here to Michigan with the cold weather, that's a little bit challenging, but, I got a little used to it over time after having been in it every day. So after that, everything was smooth sailing from there.
I know you had a chance the first couple of years you were here to kind of learn from some of the older guys. Mm-hmm. Maybe what were some of the lessons that they've kind of taught you about adjusting to college football and life here at Ferris State?
Adjusting to college football, it's not high school. Coming from high school, you the man, you the best player. Coming to college, everybody good. That's why they're here on scholarship for the most part. Just sit back and learn. You don't know nothing yet. Mm-hmm. So take your time, learn, pay attention, and listen to the older guys that's been here, because they know what to do and they know what the coaches expect. So you just, learn how to be a good follower. You know what I mean? So that's really what I did. I just sat there, learn, watch everybody, watch everything, see what the coaches like to see. And then when it was my turn, just execute that. So that's pretty much how I go, to be honest. There's nothing else to it.
What's it like, going back to that return, what's that moment? What was that moment like when you were like, man, it's there? What was that moment like?
When I seen the seam open up, Cannon, he was the off returner. So when I seen him kick his man out, because I got to read his block, and I looked, and it was just nothing but just a lane and green grass. I said, oh, shoot, so I got to hit it. So I put my foot in the ground, hit the seam. I had to beat the kicker, so beat him. And then somebody was coming at another angle. So I was just running. When I tell you, I was using so much energy so I could not get caught. So I was just running. There's one more dude to beat. He tried to, clip my foot, but...
Well, you didn't think they were going to get you, though, did you?
No.
I
knew once. I said he was a little coming at a bad angle. I said, okay, he's going to try to clip my foot. I already knew he was going to try to do, so I kind of hopped to the side a little bit, and then I was going from there. But my eyes was real big once I seen that lane open up. I said, oh, yeah, there it is right there.
Yeah,
so.
It was like, we're looking at it from up top, and it's like, ooh, it's there, and Taariik's got that speed. I'm like, that looks pretty good. But talk a little bit about, we've talked to some of the other guys on the team, some of the coaches. After Pittsburgh State, that was a tough loss for you guys. Talk about how you guys stayed together. There was no finger pointing or anything along those lines. You guys just kind of, got back to work and just kind of got that focus back. And you guys have just been on fire the last two games.
Yeah, obviously Pitt State was a tough loss. We understood what we went wrong at, and then we came back the following week to play Lake Erie. Everybody was focusing, defense played well. So offense, we got ourselves together. We focused in, made sure we execute everything properly. We're doing our jobs, and then we went out there, execute against them. And then come this week, same thing, same mindset, same mentality. So go out there, execute, and just, make sure you're doing your assignments well, man. That's all it is. You go out there and play ball and have fun. That's all. That's what it is. You got to go out there and have fun. You can't be out there antsy, not trying to make a mistake. Fly around, have fun. If you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Have fun doing it. So that's really what we did the past 2 weeks. So, and the result shows for itself.
Yeah. What were the coaches like? I mean, because, I know the coaches did a good job of keeping you guys focused and getting you guys back on track. And it seemed like they did a great job of kind of managing things, because I think it felt like you guys were maybe more frustrated than down after Pittsburgh State, and you guys just wanted to kind of get back to work. And then you guys got back into work, and I know we were both at practices, right after Pittsburgh State, and you guys just looked locked in.
Yeah, the coaches was they was fine. They was more so, in my opinion, they was more so worried about making sure we not worrying about the loss. Like, it is what it is. It happened. It's in the past. We need to move forward and make sure we good going forward. So, and that's really what their main focus was. All right, it is what it is. Now let's make sure we carry on the rest of the season like we know we can, which is winning the rest of our games. So, and from the looks of it, we starting off great.
Yeah, doing a good job so far since that game. Talk about a bye week and what that's like. And you've probably had a few of those over your career. What's that like? I know we got some guys that are banged up a little bit, and gives you guys a chance to maybe sharpen some things up a little bit. Just talk a little bit about a bye week process.
Bye week, we just fundamentals. Nothing too much, because you don't want nobody getting banged up. Or it's more so if you are banged up. Heal a little bit. You got time to heal. And it's more so just letting the younger guys or guys that don't really, play as much get an opportunity to show themselves. You know what I mean? So, but for the most part, it's regular week. It's just not as heavy. You know what I mean? So, other than that, it's pretty much the same thing. Same intensity. Same drills, same team periods, same skelly periods. Other than that, it's just everybody's getting a lot more reps than they normally would.
Sure. Yeah. And last question before I kick it back to Rob. Obviously with Carson going down, that was very difficult.
Yeah.
A very emotional moment for the team. He took you guys right down there, almost to the goal line, and that was a really difficult moment. But talk about that moment, because you guys all rallied together around him before he left the field, and then you guys punched it in after that, and then Trinidad emerging, in the last couple of games. Just talk a little bit about that, because that was a big swing of emotions for you guys.
Yeah. I was actually on the field when it happened. I had a big block that just opened up the lane for him to run. So when it happened, it was, obviously devastating. Carson is a great player, big time quarterback for us as well. Helped us in a lot of key games, if y'all remember.
Oh yeah.
But we all gather around. Nobody wished that on nobody. So you're like, you one of us, you one of our brothers, man. So we're gonna go out there and do what we need to do. For us and for you for the most part. So can't let them down, man. Somebody go down, you can't let them down, man. Go out there, do what we need to do, handle business. So if we finish that game out for him, we're going to finish out the rest of this season for him as well. It really just bothered me to think about it, because I was right there when Ashley.
But it had to be good seeing him back, though, this past week, coming back. And he's got this positive attitude, and everybody else is like, man, are you okay? You're okay. And he's got this positive attitude.
Carson, that's a strong man. I got to give it to him, because for him to come out here almost walking around like he just snapped his leg is kind of wild. It's crazy. But, yeah, he is moving around perfectly fine. Surgery went great. So he looks good, man. So that's great. Great to see. Great to see him moving around. Look like it, it's good, man.
Yeah. Taariik, I know you're obviously not only a great football player, but one of the top sprinters here in recent years in the GLIAC. Maybe talk about the mentality, I guess, the differences from being a track athlete and obviously being a football player.
Different mentalities. It's two completely different sports. Now, going out there on the track after football season, speed's completely different, man. And it's just, man. So going out there on the track and competing against people that, practice year round, and I'm in football. So it's like that transition. It's a hard transition, because I'm not conditioned for track once I start track. So I just go out there with the mindset for football, like, man, I'm going to go out here and compete. I don't really care who line up in front of me or who line up next to me. So mentality for me is pretty much the same, but I also understand that these people do this year round, man. So, but for me to go out there and compete and actually place in the GLIAC like I did indoor, last year spring, was great for me because I just went out there and did it. You know what I mean? Fortunately, I had got surgery in this spring, so I couldn't do indoor. So I went out there outdoor. We ended up breaking the 4x1 record, school record, which was great. So we looking forward to doing that thing again this year. So yeah, can't wait for track outdoor season and indoor, to be honest. So mentality the same though. To me, it's the same.
Finally here, before we let you go, maybe talk about, I know you mentioned earlier coming a long way from Georgia, that support from your family. I know I've seen your dad, I think, tune into some games and follow us on social media.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe just talk about that support, what that means, even though they're so far away.
Nah, I love the support. Support means a lot for my family because we're very big. We're a very big sports household. So all of us play football. I got 3 brothers besides the oldest one, but all of us really play football. And always go to the games, even our nieces and nephews, my brother kids. So we make sure they go to the game because I'm not there no more. So they make sure they go to the games and support them. So and they tune in to through Flow Sports, and they watch the games and stuff. And the support, I really appreciate the support, man. It's very, I love how they try their best to make sure they get to see me play. But they come up for the big games, like against Grand Valley. So they're going to be here for that. And then playoff games. And then if we go to the national championship, obviously. So I really appreciate the support from the family. I love them to death.
You got a few more people down there in Georgia or Florida that you can hook us up with?
Actually, it's actually a lot of people down there. Down there in Florida. He recruited in Florida,
Oh, yeah.
I'm the only Georgia kid on the team, actually. So that's not really the place they recruit, but it's people out there in Georgia now. So yeah, definitely I do know some.
I did say I was going to ask you one last question, but I'm going to have one more for you. Give us something maybe away from track, away from football that you like to do kind of off the field and off the track.
Okay. So what I do, I'm the bowler on the team, so I can bowl, and I go like every Tuesday over there in Big Rapids in the city. They have a special $2 bowling. So I go in there, I take some teammates with me if they want to come. Got my own bowling ball, got my own shoes, got my bag.
Are you not playing?
Nah, I bowl. I go there, bowl, yeah. Have fun. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
I can already tell you, we had Seth on the show a couple weeks ago. He said he likes to play golf. He's not very good at it. I can already tell you're a better bowler than he is a golfer.
Yeah, I'll be in there. I'll definitely be in there. I picked that up when I first got here as a freshman too, the bowling.
Nice.
So kind of keep my mind off everything.
That's like good stuff, yeah.
Well, Taariik, we certainly thank you for the time. Congrats. Named the Ferris State Special Teams Player of the Week and a great kickoff return. And enjoy the bye week, and we look forward to seeing you guys again next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
We'll be back with more of the Bulldog Blitz Football Radio Show presented by Two Hats Ranch right after this break.